You want to hike where few have walked. Stand on summits that take your breath away. Experience wilderness before it's gone. Here's the reality. The remote trail has 500 hikers daily. The pristine alpine lake is contaminated from inadequate toilets. The untouched wilderness requires a permit you'll never get. The Inca Trail limits hikers to 500 daily. Sounds reasonable until you realize 182,500 people walk the same stones annually, wearing them down faster than 500 years of Incan feet. Mount Everest has traffic jams at 8,000 meters where climbers step over frozen corpses. The beautiful hikes are dying from popularity. The trails erode into gullies. The campsites are moonscapes. The wildlife fled. Solitude is fiction, but some trails still deliver. Some hikes still offer what we're seeking. Beauty that breaks you. Raw effort that transforms you. Connection to something larger than Instagram. This is the list. The 20 most epic hikes on Earth. Where they are, what makes them extraordinary, and the truth about what's happening to them. Hit subscribe. We show destinations honestly. Let's see what remains. Everest Base Camp Trek is 130 kilometers from Lukla to 5,364 meters, where mountaineers prepare for summit attempts. The trail passes Sherpa villages, suspension bridges, and Buddhist monasteries with prayer flags. Namche Bazaar at 3,440 meters is an acclimatization stop. Tengboche Monastery offers the first dramatic Everest views. The trek takes 12 to 14 days. Altitude sickness is common, but peak season brings 500 hikers daily, creating conga lines. The tea houses are packed. Toilets are overwhelmed. So garbage is everywhere despite cleanup. The Khumbu region once saw a handful of trekkers annually. Now 50,000 come. The Sherpas profit, but culture is commodified. The trail that was a pilgrimage is an outdoor mall. The base camp is a crowded viewpoint, not a wilderness destination. Everest represents hiking's commercialization, where sacred mountain becomes Instagram backdrop. The W Trek covers 80 kilometers through Chilean Patagonia, past turquoise lakes, glaciers, and granite towers rising 2,500 meters. The trek takes 4 to 5 days in refugios or camping. The weather is violent. Wind hits 120 kilometers per hour. Rain is constant. The Torre's viewpoint requires a 4 a.m. start for sunrise, but the trail is conga line. Refugios need booking 6 to 12 months in advance. Permits are expensive. Or what was wilderness in the 1970s is a managed experience where every camp is designated. The park has 250,000 annual visitors. Trails erode into trenches. Vegetation is trampled. Guanacos are habituated. The W Trek is a beautiful hike through regulated nature, not wild nature. Patagonia is stunning. The wildness is gone. The preservation works ecologically. The wilderness experience is a simulation. Kilimanjaro at 5,895 meters is Africa's highest mountain, where trekking to Uhuru Peak takes 5 to 9 days through 5 climate zones without technical climbing. The Mahame route climbs through cloud forest and moorland to alpine desert and glaciers. Summit night starts at midnight, ascending 1,200 meters in darkness, reaching the crater at sunrise. Altitude is devastating. Success rate is 65%, but 50,000 attempt annually. Trails are highways. Porters carry gear creating employment, but exploitation is visible. Porters earn $5 to $10 daily, carrying 20 kilograms, while clients pay $2,000 to $5,000. The glaciers are melting. The famous snow will be gone by 2040. Kilimanjaro is an accessible mountain, becoming more accessible as glaciers disappear. The summit is earned. The wilderness is managed. The exploitation is systematic. The mountain is beautiful. The economics are wrong. The Inca Trail to Machu Picchu is 43 kilometers following an ancient road through cloud forest over 4,215-meter Dead Woman's Pass to Sungate overlooking Machu Picchu at sunrise. The trail passes Incan ruins including Huayhuash spectacular terraces. The stonework is precision engineering lasting 500 years. But Peru limits permits to 500 daily, including guides and porters, meaning 200 actual hikers. Permits sell out 6 months advance. Regulations protect trails while creating exclusive access. Only those who plan months ahead and pay $600 plus walk Incan Road. The stones are wearing from foot traffic. The trail that survived 500 years of abandonment erodes from 50 years of tourism. The Inca Trail is stunning, protected, exclusive. The ruins are real. The wilderness is theater. The pilgrimage is a package tour that works as preservation but fails as democracy. Tour du Mont Blanc circles 4,808-meter Mont Blanc, covering 170 kilometers through 3 countries, passing alpine meadows, mountain passes, and glaciers. The trek takes 10 to 12 days. The scenery is stunning. Infrastructure is excellent. Huts have hot showers and 3-course meals with wine. But 10,000 hikers walk it annually during summer. Passes are crowded. Huts require booking months advance. Costs are high at 50 to 80 euros nightly. The trail is maintained perfectly, making it accessible to masses. The Alps that inspired mountaineering are outdoor theme parks where nature is managed and comfort guaranteed. Tour du Mont Blanc is beautiful, civilized, crowded. The wilderness is replaced by well-marked trails through regulated mountains where danger is minimized and experience commodified. The mountains remain. The wildness is gone. The preservation is perfect. The adventure is sanitized. Annapurna circuit once took 21 days circling Annapurna, crossing 5,416-meter Thorongla Pass through every climate zone from jungle to high desert. The circuit was legendary. Then the roads came. Jeeps reach high villages. Trek shortened to 10 days. Isolation is gone. Villages are connected. Culture is commercialized. Tea houses that offered simple hospitality now have Wi-Fi and pizza. The trail that was a pilgrimage is an abbreviated experience. But mountains remain. The pass is brutal. Altitude kills. The circuit still offers what roads can't destroy, which is effort and earned views and transformation from walking, not driving. Annapurna represents how development destroys trekking while making it accessible. Roads brought prosperity, killed the trek. Mountains endure. Wilderness is dying. The circuit survives in abbreviated form as a shadow of former glory. Milford Track covers 53.5 kilometers through Fiordland rainforest, past waterfalls to Milford Sound, where mountains rise from sea. The track takes 4 days in huts. Independent walk limits to 40 hikers daily, starting specific days, creating controlled wilderness. Bookings open months advance and sell out immediately. Track is maintained perfectly. Huts are comfortable. Bridges are safe. Experience is regulated. The Department of Conservation manages nature excellently and destroys wilderness by making it accessible. The track that should be wild is an outdoor museum where nature is observed from a maintained trail. Sandflies are overwhelming, rain is constant, fjordland gets 7 meters annually. But the track is beautiful, safe and controlled. The wilderness is a simulation. Preservation is perfect. Wildness is gone. Or New Zealand protects nature by eliminating nature experience. The John Muir Trail runs 340 kilometers from Yosemite to Mount Whitney, crossing High Sierra through wilderness at 3,000 to 4,000 meters. The trail takes 20 to 25 days. Permits are lottery with 5% success rate. Demand exceeds supply by a factor of 20, creating exclusive wilderness where access is privilege, not right. Winners face resupply challenges, bare canisters, and altitude that destroys unprepared hikers. The trail is stunning, remote, difficult, regulated. The wilderness Muir fought to protect is preserved by excluding people, creating elitist conservation where only lottery winners experience wild Sierra. The system works ecologically. Preservation is effective, democracy is compromised. Or a trail named for a man who believed everyone should access nature is rationed to the few who win the lottery. The irony is painful. The preservation works, access is a privilege. GR20 crosses Corsica, covering 180 kilometers through mountains called toughest trek in Europe with 12,000 meters elevation. Gain scrambling over granite and crossing ridge lines. The trail takes 15 days. The terrain is brutal. Scrambling is constant. The weather is volatile. But refugees are comfortable. The food is excellent. Wine flows. The trail is crowded during summer. French hiking culture means hundreds attempt it, creating bottlenecks at technical sections and overcrowding requiring reservations. GR20 represents European hiking where difficulty and comfort coexist. The trail is challenging. Refugees are civilized. Mountains are dramatic. Experience is managed. Corsica is beautiful. The trail is maintained. Wilderness is controlled. Difficulty is real, but support is comprehensive, making the hardest trek in Europe accessible to prepared hikers with reservations and euros. The challenge survives. The wildness doesn't. Laugavegur covers 55 kilometers through Icelandic highlands from Landmannalauga rhyolite mountains to Thorsmörk Valley, passing geothermal areas, glaciers and black sand deserts, creating landscapes resembling other planets. The trail takes 4 days in huts, requiring booking months in advance because Iceland tourism exploded from 500,000 visitors in 2010 to 2.5 million in 2018. The trail that was empty is crowded. Huts are packed. The fragile highland ecosystem is trampled. Moss takes 100 years to grow. Boots destroy it instantly. The trail is eroding. River crossings are dangerous. Hikers die from hypothermia in summer. But the landscape is otherworldly. Geothermal pools are stunning. Iceland represents nature so harsh it protected itself until social media made it famous. Remoteness is gone. Difficulty remains. The highlands survive but are scarred. Huayhuash circuit circles. Cordillera Huayhuash, covering 120 kilometers at 4,000 to 5,000 meters, passing beneath 6,000-meter peaks with turquoise lakes and glaciers, creating the most spectacular high-altitude trekking in South America. The circuit takes 8 to 12 days, crossing passes over 5,000 meters where altitude sickness is guaranteed and weather is violent. The circuit was unknown for decades, because Shining Path terrorism made the region dangerous. As violence ended, trekkers came. But numbers remain low because difficulty and remoteness protect it. Villages are poor. Communities charge entrance fees. Locals benefit minimally from tourism disrupting traditional herding. Huayhuash represents the Andes at its most dramatic and remote. Difficulty is protection. Poverty is visible. Mountains are stunning. Access is earned. The circuit remains wild because few attempt it. Protection is altitude and effort, not regulation. Kalalau Trail on Kauai's Nepali coast covers 18 kilometers along cliffs where green mountains plunge into the Pacific, creating coastal hiking unmatched in America, with waterfalls, valleys, and beaches accessible only by foot. The trail is dangerous, narrow, eroded, steep drops to the ocean. Flash floods kill hikers. But permits limit to 60 campers nightly at Kalalau Beach, creating wilderness experience rare in Hawaii. The trail was an ancient Hawaiian footpath. Now it's overused recreation. The beach is crowded. The valley has illegal squatters. Helicopter flyovers are constantly destroying silence. Trail erodes from overuse. Cliffs are crumbling. Kalalau is a crowded paradise where the permit system limits damage but can't prevent deterioration from thousands walking narrow trails along unstable cliffs. The coast is stunning. Trail is dying. Access is a privilege. Erosion is permanent. West Highland Way runs 154 kilometres from Glasgow to Fort William, through Scottish Highlands, past Loch Lomond, across Rannoch Moor, all through Glencoe to Ben Nevis, creating accessible long-distance trails where hiking culture is democratic and wild camping is legal right. The trail takes 6 to 8 days. The terrain is moderate, the infrastructure is good, whiskey is excellent, but the weather is brutal. Rain is constant. Midges are torture. The trail is crowded during summer with thousands attempting annually, creating erosion and overcrowding at both sides. West Highland Way represents Scottish hiking where access is right, not privilege, and landscape is dramatic, but weather makes it challenging. The Highlands are beautiful. The trail is eroding. Camping is free. Pressure is increasing. Democratic access destroys what made access valuable. The right to roam creates an obligation to protect. Freedom is killing what freedom was supposed to access. Walker's Autoroute from Chamonix to Zermatt covers 200 kilometers through Alps, connecting Mont Blanc to Matterhorn, passing through high terrain with glacier crossings and mountain passes, creating the most spectacular alpine scenery in Europe. The route takes 12 to 14 days. Hiking is challenging. Navigation is complex. Glacier travel requires experience, but huts are comfortable. There are 3 meals. Wine is included. The route is expensive at 60 to 100 euros nightly. Alps that inspired alpinism are managed mountains where comfort and challenge coexist. Haute route is high mountain hiking with safety nets. Glaciers are melting, routes are changing, huts are moving as ice retreats. The route that was glacier crossing is becoming moraine. The Alps are stunning, ice is disappearing. Haute route is ephemeral experience that might not exist in 50 years as climate change eliminates glaciers. Drakensberg Grand Traverse covers 220 kilometers along South Africa's highest mountains, traversing ridgeline at 3,000 meters through Basotho lands where Sand people painted rock art 2,000 years ago. and chain ladders scale cliffs, creating multi-day traverse through African mountains resembling Alps with wild, unregulated hiking culture. Traverse takes 12 to 14 days. Camping is wild. Logistics are complex. The weather is volatile. Thunderstorms are daily. The route is remote. Rescue is difficult. Freedom is real. No permits, no regulations, no crowds. Drakensberg remains wild because access is difficult and infrastructure is minimal. But mountains are changing. See, climate change is altering rainfall. Grasslands are degrading. Indigenous culture is under pressure. Drakensberg is stunning, wild, unprotected. Freedom is precious. The future is uncertain. Traverse remains an adventure because South Africa hasn't regulated it yet. Snowman Trek is the world's hardest trek, covering 350 kilometers through Bhutanese Himalaya, crossing 11 passes over 4,500 meters, with highest at 5,320 meters through remote valleys where yak herders maintain traditional lifestyle. Trek takes 25 to 30 days. Altitude is brutal. The weather is violent. Logistics are nightmarish. Success rate is 60%. Most turn back from altitude or weather. But Trek is pristine because difficulty protects it. Only 200 attempts annually. Cost is $15,000 to $20,000. Bhutan requires $200 to $250 daily tourist fee, creating exclusive access where only wealthy experience remotest Himalayan trek. Snowman Trek represents ultimate wilderness hiking where difficulty and expense preserve pristine experience. Mountains are untouched, culture is authentic, access is elite. Preservation works through exclusion. Wilderness survives because few can afford to reach it. Economics protects what regulations can't. Overland Track in Tasmania crosses 65 kilometers from Cradle Mountain to Lake St. Clair, through temperate rainforest and alpine moorland where Gondwana species survived, creating a living museum of evolutionary history. Track takes 6 days in huts. Permits limit to 60 hikers daily during peak season, protecting fragile ecosystems. Bookings open months advance. Our track is maintained perfectly. Huts are comfortable, experience is controlled. Tasmania Parks manages nature excellently, creating outdoor experience that's safe and regulated and crowded within allowed limits. Overland Track represents Australian conservation, where protection means regulation, and access means permits, and wilderness means managed nature. Rainforests are ancient, experience is modern, ecology is preserved. Wildness is contained. Track works as conservation. Fails as wilderness. Endemic species survive because humans are controlled. Protection works. Wildness dies. Alta Via 1 runs 150 kilometers through Dolomites from Lake Braize to Belluno, past limestone towers via ferratas and refugios where Italian hiking culture means excellent food, wine and stunning scenery without suffering. The route takes 10 to 12 days. The terrain is moderate. Via ferratas are thrilling. Huts are comfortable. Pasta is fresh. Wine is local. Dolomites are dramatic. Hiking is civilized. Crowds are overwhelming during summer. Refugios require booking. Costs are high. Alta Via 1 represents the Italian approach where hiking is pleasure, not suffering, and mountains are enjoyed, not endured. Dolomites are UNESCO World Heritage. Tourist playground. Cable cars reach summits. Via ferratas make cliffs accessible. Mountains that should be wild are outdoor recreation areas. The scenery is stunning. Wilderness is gone. Accessibility destroyed what made access valuable. Comfort killed adventure. Fitzroy Trek near El Chaltén covers 40 kilometers to Laguna de los Tres base of 3,405-meter Fitzroy, whose granite spires rise impossibly steep, creating Patagonian icon. Trek is a day hike or overnight combining with Laguna Torre. Trails are good. Camping is free. Access is democratic. The town grew from 50 people in 1990 to 2,000 serving trekkers. Trails are highways. Laguna de los Tres sees 500 hikers daily in peak season. The sunrise crowd is 100 people photographing the same view. Trails are eroding. Camping areas are moonscapes. Forests are degraded. Fitzroy represents how free access creates destruction. No permits means no limits. No limits means erosion. Granite is eternal. Trails are dying. Access is free. The cost is environmental. Fitzroy is stunning, accessible, destroyed by accessibility. Or democracy kills what democracy should protect. Mount Toubkal at 4,167 meters is North Africa's highest peak, where two-day trek from Imlil through Berber territory to summit offers Sahara views and Atlas crossing accessible to fit hikers. The trail passes Berber villages where hospitality is genuine and tagine is excellent. Refuge at 3,207 meters is base for summit attempt, starting 4 a.m., reaching summit by sunrise when Atlas extends to horizons and Sahara shimmers beyond. But the trail is a highway. Guides are mandatory. Regulations protect against disasters, but create dependency where Berbers need tourism and tourists need guides. Mountains that sustained traditional herding are now a tourism economy. Villages depend on hikers. Trails are eroded. The refuge is overcrowded. Toubkal is an accessible mountain where accessibility created tourism dependency, replacing traditional economy. Summit is earned. Culture is commodified. The views are stunning. Economics are extractive. These 20 hikes represent the best trekking on Earth, the most dramatic landscapes, the hardest challenges, the deepest transformations available through walking. But they're temporary. The popularity is destroying them. Instagram is concentrating on impact. Climate change is melting glaciers. The ecosystems are degrading. The hiking that should connect us to nature is destroying nature. The trails we love are dying from our love. You should hike these trails. The mountains are magnificent. The effort is transformative. The connection is real and necessary. But hike responsibly. Hike shoulder seasons. Hike less popular routes. Stay on trail actually means staying on trail, not cutting switchbacks to save 10 minutes while creating erosion lasting decades. The trails don't exist for your summit selfie. They exist as connections between places. We walk them as guests, temporary, privileged, obligated to protect. Subscribe for destinations shown honestly. The summits we're trampling, the trails we're eroding, the wilderness we're hiking to death. Hit subscribe because hiking is under threat from hikers. We are the problem. We can be the solution. The mountains will endure our boots. The trails won't. The alpine meadows will die. The forests will degrade. The wilderness will disappear. What remains is what we protect. What we protect is what we limit access to. Hike wisely. Hike lightly. Hike while wilderness still exists. The trails are calling, the mountains are waiting, the wilderness is dying. Walk carefully, the stones remember every step. Thanks for reading. See you on the trail.